there anything in the truck? Okay, this car that's going to pass me has 4 lights on top. Now, why would you want 4 lights on top unless you're going out poaching? Right lane closed. Closed. Hazelton. Hazelton Chamber of Commerce Beltway. Okay, well this is part 2, I guess, or maybe part 20 if I had to chop up the other video and make all the parts about doing the deer separately from everything else. Or maybe I just uploaded it. It probably took me all day to upload it because it was probably a gig long. Okay, so here we are. We've now got our deer on. I'm teaching you how to harvest a deer from the roadside. Fresh. So it's on the counter on the cardboard. You may turn off the video now if you like. That's beaver dams in there. Beaver ponds. I don't see beaver ponds except in Canada. Oh, Canada. Every time I see a Canadian flag, I break out into song. I don't break out into song when I see an American flag. That is probably because so that was a very interesting rock formation under the bridge. It looked like one of those fake rocks at a museum. You know how they make fake rocks and then they have the fake animals on the fake rock or around it? That's what that looked like. It's probably just cemented to hold everything in place. Okay, back to the deer. Beep. Any old how. Cut between the ribs. Cut those separate, and you might need your saw to cut between the actual ribs on the backbone. You cut the hind leg off. That becomes your ham. Cut the end of the leg, bone off. Need your big saw again. You can cut it into slices of ham if you want. Now this is not cured ham, so right now it's just pork. No, it's not pork. It's venison. I used to have pigs. I used to raise pigs. I cut them up. I did a deer a few times too. So you get out your Joy of Cooking cookbook and you look up in the book on sections of meat. And you see how they've got sections all labeled, and so you know where to cut. Cut between the bones. Those will give you your steaks. Then you take your hide, you go back, you put them all, package them all up in paper or plastic, and put them in the freezer. And close the freezer, you may have to sit on it. Then you take all the rest of the pieces that are left over, and you can dry them. Then you can slice your bones up. Use them for jewelry. Why are you looking that way? There's nothing to see out there. That way. See, isn't that better? And you get to see the view. You didn't know there was a view today. Well, it's not really a view. West Hazelton, 1 mile. I'm in Pennsylvania. Lots of broken birch trees. Hey, the leaves are gone. Most of the leaves are gone, and the ones that are not gone are kind of a burgundy Okay, and you get a bathtub from the dump and you bring it home. You stick it under the kitchen counter, or you get an extra counter. You put it across between something and something else in the kitchen, and you put your bathtub under it. So now you have your bathtub there. Unless you want to do it outside. You can do it outside, but if it's winter, it'll freeze, so you have to do it inside. And most of the deer that you're going to catch are going to be out running around in the autumn. And you're going to need to have this in this brine for 4 weeks. Now, about your brine. To make your brine, you put water in the container in your bathtub, and you add some wheat flour, whole wheat flour, because you want it to ferment, and you add some milk, and you add a few pounds of alum, and probably shouldn't add much salt. You could add salt, but not much. But because the salt will take the fur off. If you want to keep it and have a nice blanket. Hey, we're getting a little colorful here. Oh, that's pretty. That's worth looking at. It's on the other side, though.